All right, another day of tribulation. We're now into week 2 of Tribulation, 5/15/2011. I'm still here, the world's still here. But you know what? We got all sorts of tribulation stuff going on. You know, some people may ask, like, what makes you think it's the tribulation? Well, once again, I'm stating that I believe it's the tribulation. So yeah, it's based on a lot of evidence in front of me. But to draw you a picture, in Revelations they talk about the Apostle John talks about a vision of the 4 horsemen. I probably won't get these guys right, but I think it was like death, disease and pestilence, war, and I don't know, hunger or something like that. But it was like the 4 things that, towards the end or during the tribulation, to me it was just a visual thing of the perfect storm of bad negative stuff afflicting the planet and therefore testing humans and putting us through a tribulation. In the Bible, the corresponding story in the Old Testament is kind of like the story of Job, which, basically he had everything taken away from him and suffered, but he never cursed God. But he was put to the test. He was put through a tribulation, which, may be what we're being put through. So anyway, like I said, the perfect storm of events and things happening that just makes life here really crazy and really hard. So, some of those elements, we're not going to go into detail on everything today. We'll get into it. And, if you go to the website, the blogs, you get a lot more detail. But one of the elements I believe is, I do think the world's kind of on the brink of a financial collapse. What is the value of money going to be? The US dollar versus anything else. A global collapse, a US economic collapse. But that would be a severe test for most of us, is, when our core value system of money, the almighty dollar, is, if that, that's what happened during the Great Depression. People had to take a wheelbarrow full of money down to the store to buy a loaf of bread. I think when it gets to that point, you got to find other ways to survive, and money just kind of becomes this afterthought. But, another element is, to me, is just the weather. Revelations and all the prophecies of the future and of 2012 all talk about earthquakes, volcanoes, and just crazy weather. Well, look around, man, every single day. The huge tsunami earthquake in Japan. The second volcano just blew up in Iceland. That first one, just blew a ton of, dirt into the atmosphere and shut down air traffic for like 6 months in Europe. And this one may be just as big. And, all the weather patterns of the globe are just kind of, on some abnormal pattern. Here in San Jose today, it's cold again and overcast, which is really unusual. But look across America, and, right now we just got crazy rain levels and thunderstorms and just, catastrophic tornadoes. A whole town got wiped out today in Missouri. So, I think that's another element of the tribulation. And of course, it's the whole, wars. The Middle East is just primed. The fuse has been lit. It's just, when is it going to go off? And, everybody thinks that peace. What I wish is, I hope that peace breaks out. I'll pray for that. I'll meditate on that. But what I see is not really peace breaking out. What I see is a conflict breaking out. That may be a global conflict, with Israel at the center, the United States, and the Arab world, and, whoever else in there. So another, big, huge element kind of factoring into a life of tribulation. And of course, there's just the disease and starvation. And, with all the bad weather and wars, crop levels are down way low. Starvation is way up. Disease, man, I think it's popping out all over the place. People may not even be reporting it at this point because they just don't want to alarm people. But, it's everything, man, from stuff we thought we got rid of. Polio, whatever, the stuff's coming back. And humans might even be becoming less resistant to germs and diseases. So, the old Spanish flu threat, swine flu, like that still hasn't really hit, but could hit, But, with the population of the Earth increasing at the incredible rate it is, it's the old thinning of the herd. But, maybe we'll figure out a way to live through it all. We'll have to see. But anyway, it's Monday, day 8 of the tribulation. I'm going to try and get some more stuff up to the website, especially in regards to like the perfect storm of events that are forming this tribulation. So, send me your emails if you got questions, or if there's something you want to say, you could even send a video, whatever, or, we'll figure out a way to get that up. I like other people's opinions, and looking forward to talking to anybody about this, because, it's huge, the tribulation. But, keep the faith, stay positive, and, above all else, just keep on rocking. Check you later.